My front door was unlocked this morning again. And, one thing, I was just driving and I'm thinking about stuff, I was having a hard time this morning because I feel like my life just always constantly revolves around God and running from enemies and being harassed and my life never exudes anything good. And I feel like it's because it's only because of the evil shit that is in our eyes and shit. I believe if you're evil, then that's what your life will be like. But then I wake up and I'm at my apartment and everything in my life and everything. I'm like, and this is I believe this is a trick thing of the devil, right? So it's okay. So whenever I was pregnant with my daughter, bro, I was demonically harassed. And everybody and anybody that knew about my story, they thought I was an evil person. They thought that I would do something so horrific. And the fact that they even thought these things about me, but I get it. I get it. If somebody was giving me a bad vibe or whatever, I'd be like, oh, hell no. What is this, But then, I have so much understanding that instead of judging them, I would have to pray for them, but and that's why I think that I would be a good mental health counselor, because I'm not the type of person that's oh, let's just put you on a bunch of pills and get you all zombified so that way all that stuff goes away. No, I would rebuke and bind and cast out. But I think I fall into the category of Pharisee, only because the Pharisees were trying to tell everybody else what to do, and they were not doing it themselves, or the things that they couldn't do. So for me, but I don't go around telling everybody you need to fast, you need to fast, you need to fast. I was saying that, but and I still believe it. But I myself cannot fast. I cannot go 24 hours with no food or water or anything like that. I cannot. I've tried it, and the day that I actually do a fast, all hell will break loose. Where is this fiery smoke coming from, bruh? So it's just ugly, and it just, all this whole thing makes me feel ugly. But so anyway, what I was noticing whenever I was pregnant and I was going through spiritual warfare, and it's so sad how back then, if I was around me, I would have just hugged me and just said, you know what, I love you. There was no hugs, there was no love, there was no care. Nobody cared about me, nobody loved me, nobody gave a fuck. And God had it that way. I believe God has it that way. In the same thing, whoever God makes me marry, I will feel alone in my marriage, because God will not stand. But then it's weird because I take care of my children, and I know that He's a jealous God, and I know that He hates when you love your children more than Him. I know He hates when you love your father and your mother and your grandparents and your husband, your wife more than God. He hates that, and He doesn't stand for it. And I feel like that's why there's a lot of division within relationships and stuff, is because you're not keeping God at the center of your life. And I noticed that about myself. I've had friends before, and I was so codependent on them, and I don't know if vice versa, but whenever we would be going through things, we would get on the phone with each other. When we would wake up and we'd do, get our morning together, and then we'd jump on the phone with each other, and it was super codependent, and it was it was weird because it was like, I thought it was just what I needed, because like, I feel like this life is lonely, but what I notice nowadays is that everybody has accepted it, and we just all kind of do our own thing, like, by ourselves, you know? And it's completely okay, because, you know, at least you're alone with the Lord type shit, you know? I guess. Damn, I pray to God I don't run out of gas. Fuck, I don't even have... Oh my God, man. This fucking shit's a bitch. And I think like the worst thing that I can feel is, like, how do you say? Like, the worst thing that I feel is today, the thing that I was getting so upset about is because I don't like thinking about David. I don't want to be... I know that he's a whole warlock. I know him and that Eric, that old man, they're warlocks. They're like cackling hyenas. They're evil. They're evil ass people. And like, yes, I did get those cameras in my house and everything, but still, I don't feel safe there. And I just felt ugly about this life and everything, you know? And I don't know. I really don't know what to do.